Okay guys, just working on something here. It's freezing out. It's probably like 30 degrees, but wanted to show you guys how I'm installing the factory temperature switch in my LS water pump to get my temperature gauge on my stock Volvo cluster to work. So I told you in the last video that I drilled and tapped I think it was a 5/8 18 hole into the water pump, and hasn't been sealing all that well, but like I said before, I have some plans for that. But anyways, I just want to see if this works. So currently I got a terminal on there going back behind the fuel rails, and there's this cute little grommet that they give you from the factory that you just pop a hole in and just pull the wire through. And then what you can do on these Volvo clusters is pull it out and bypass the actual sending unit on that thing by making a little wire that goes on. These two screws here, or I should say these two studs and nuts actually are the temperature gauge itself. So this is acting like a signal wire at this point, because this is going to go right to the temperature sender. So I'm going to button this up and I'll run it and I'll see how it works, and I'll go from there. But hopefully with that modification right there, that the entire cluster works at this point for the car. So kind of makes me happy. I have to go through, actually, now I think about it, and replace some of these bulbs. I think these two are shot. I just have a hard time finding a certain kind in a junkyard. I think they may have only used a certain style in a couple of years, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just go to AutoZone and take a look. But some of them look kind of weird. So anyways, I'll button this up, start it, and see if it worked, and I'll make a video once I'm done. Well, as you may or may not be able to see, my ultra gauge is reading 152, and now my temp gauge works. That's super awesome. So now everything in the dash works. So that wraps that up. I'll see where this thing gets to once it gets to operating temperature and reference it on the gauge. But super excited. Just one more thing to add off the list, or check off the list. More to add, I guess. So there's a quick little video for you guys on how to do that. If you're running a swap 240 and you want some of your gauges to work, that is how to get your temp gauge to work. Alright guys, have a good one.